Hi, this is Reconciling reporting live from Lagos, Nigeria, and today we have.
They gotta get what's coming to them, and I'm not gonna listen to that.
What do you want? Revenge? Well,
So this was one of the exclusives that dropped on social media, and we are at that stage where we should expect a lot of promotion,
We're gonna be
small
together,
ads
we gotta
and
be
teasers,
honest.
interviews from the casting crew, as well as exclusive clips. And that's the agenda for today's breakdown. We're going to be running through two new teasers. One where Tariq teases something very similar to what his father did towards the end of his time on power. Hence why I'll be asking the question, is Tariq making the same mistake as Ghost? And by the time we come to the end of the breakdown, you'll understand why I've said the same mistake as Ghost. Now in the second part, we're going to be running through Tariq's revenge plan, what he's got in store for the Teases, Nomar and Effie, and also how I think he's got his eyes set on more than just revenge, in all things from Our Book 2 Ghost, Season 4.
You can't kill me.
What's up, YouTube?
Nothing can. Not when you're
Now
at the
back
top
to
of the
another
game.
video. If you're new, if
Now,
you
in
love
this
the
particular
shy,
promo, you
go
have
ahead,
Tariq
hit that
saying, you
subscribe
can't
button,
kill me,
like
nothing
the
can,
video,
not when you're at
and
the top of the
theories,
game.
comment,
So it seems like at
everything
some point in
down
Season
below.
4, Tariq will
And
find
today,
himself in a very
we're gonna
strong
be talking about the
position,
Shy
a
Season
position which he
6,
says is at the
episode
top of the
11.
game,
This
which,
is
I
the
do
recap.
fully expect him
I'm
to
gonna
reach.
try my best to
I think
focus
if
on
we have
all
a
the
look at
key
who
points in
Tariq
this
is as a
episode.
character,
If
who
I
he's the
missed
son of,
anything,
and
you
who he's
guys
been
let me
mentored
know
by,
down
he's grown up
below.
under the guidance
And as
of
I
some of the
told you
most
guys last
smartest
night,
and ruthless
this episode was
individuals.
crazy. We had a
However,
lot of
here's the
reveals,
catch.
a lot of
Sometimes when you're at the
fathers
top of the
popping
game,
up out
that's
of
when you tend to make
nowhere.
mistakes,
You know,
or take your
Alonzo,
eye off the
he
ball.
popped up,
We've
and
all seen the
we
downfall of
found
other
out that he
characters
is
like
Rob's
Walter
dad.
White,
That
Franklin
was a fan
Sane, and
prediction
also
that came
Power's very
true.
own,
Kenya's
Ghost.
dad, he was
So when
confirmed
we
as
actually
well,
listen to
the
Tariq
new
saying, you
pastor,
can't kill me,
and
nothing
we know he
can,
gonna be
not
a
when you're at the
problem,
top of the game,
especially for
it
Papa.
does remind me of
We
Ghost
know
towards
Papa
the end of
kicking it
his
with
time
him.
on Power.
It's most likely
And this is where I just
gonna
want to
lead
take
a
it
lot
back
of
and have a look at the
negative
similarities.
consequences, but we shall see.
Towards the
And
end of
of
Ghost's
course,
time
we
on
know your boy
power, he was
Darnell,
moments away from
he
being
decided
Lieutenant
to
Governor.
go ahead and
He
kick
went
it
on
with
this
his
political
other
journey,
son,
which was a new playground for
Damien,
him to just
which
test himself
pissed off
and achieve
Emmett.
power and
Hopefully,
influence.
Emmett does give
He
his
did it
brother
in the
a
drug
chance
business
because
for
he
many
seems
years,
like he just wants
and he
to,
also did it
have
in
a
the real world of
relationship
business,
with them.
where he built his
But
legit
in this
empire through
episode,
Club
it
Truth,
did seem
and
like it
later
was
where
some
he acquired a few
foreshadowing
others
with
after a
Darnell,
battle with Simon
and
Stern.
of course your boy
But the closer
Bakari,
Ghost got to
who
the
is
top
trying
of the
to change
game,
his
so to
ways,
speak,
but it's
the
very
more he thought he
difficult
was unstoppable.
seeing how he's still in the street
you
life
gotta stay out of my
around
way.
Duda. The sad
'Cause
part
I swear to God,
is he
Tasha,
doesn't even know
nothing
about his sister Brittany
is gonna
working for
stop me.
Duda, which we know when he finds
Tasha
out
even
that
once said once he gets
he's
into
gonna be
office,
very, very
nothing will be able to
upset.
stop
But
him,
I cannot
which
wait
was
to
Ghost's
see
signature line
once he
towards the end
does
of Power.
find out the truth.
I got a
Also in this
whole life
episode,
ahead
we saw your boy Jake. He
Nothing
clapped
stop
the
me
first
now.
lady's cheeks.
We also
And
had
I'm like,
Ramona
man,
saying some
the boy
people are
Jake,
just
he ain't playing
unstoppable.
around, but it
There are
goes
some
to show
people
you the type of
who are
people
just
that
unstoppable.
Kenya is around. I mean, you got
And
the
so
first
Ghost had this
lady,
aura and
you got
confidence
her
about
pops,
himself,
this
where he was just
pastor who we know
unstoppable.
is
He thought
flat
he
out
was
dirty.
invincible
No, he wants
because
his
he finally
money,
had one foot
and
out
it
the
seems
street
like he's gonna
game.
do whatever
He
it
released
takes to
Tasha
get
from
that
their
money.
marriage, his
I mean,
words.
it makes
He
sense
found a
on
new
why
love in
Kenya
Ramona.
is
He'd
the way
beaten
that
Rashad
she
Tate,
is, but
and he was about
we
to
shall
achieve a
see. I
different
was
level of
not
power.
happy that
But
she
in
was
doing
kicking
so,
it with
he
Zay
created a
because
hell of
she
a lot of enemies
understands
on his
that
journey.
Zay works for Duda,
See, some
and we
people
know
ride away.
Duda is a
They
very
always
bad
win.
person.
See,
So
that's me.
Kenya,
No matter
you're gonna
what,
have to get ready for
nothing
those
can stop me
consequences.
from
You
winning.
want to hang around
Then
Zay
some
and
people can never
smoke
win.
and
That's you.
and kick it and have
And
a
so
good old
this is
time.
what eventually led to his
get
downfall.
ready
He
for
made
the
a hell
bad
of a lot of
times
enemies from
that's gonna
everybody in
come,
law
because
enforcement,
we know
Paz
the bad
Valdez,
times,
Tommy,
they
Rashad
coming.
Tate,
I mean, all we
Drake,
can do is
Tasha,
just pray
and also
on it,
Tariq.
like your boy
He then
Jake
fell to the one
said.
person who he didn't
Now,
see it coming
we also
from,
know that your boy
ironically when he was at the top
has
of his
taken this
game.
new
And so
position,
we come
the
back around
head
to
of
the
security
question,
for
is Tariq
Alicia,
going to make the same
which could
mistake?
yield some
I've
very
said it before in a
deadly
couple of previous
consequences.
breakdowns.
I'm
Ghost
just
Season
hoping
4
that
has
he
a
does
very
not
similar
mess
feel to
up
the ending of
and he
Power.
understands,
It's Tariq against the
what he's
world
getting
where he's having to deal
involved
with
in.
multiple
I mean,
enemies
he
and
put on that
threats,
leather
just like
jacket,
Ghost did.
and now he's
And now we
feeling
have
like a
Tariq
new
thinking
man.
very similar
The
to what
sad part
Ghost
is,
once did.
he doesn't
He's
fully
thinking he's reached the
understand
top of the
just how
game.
dangerous
Nobody can kill him,
Alicia
and nobody can
is.
stop him.
And
But that's why I'm
eventually,
asking the
he
question.
gonna find out
We've seen what happened
just
to
like
Ghost when he thought
everybody
he was at
else.
the top of his game,
But
when
let's
nothing could
begin
stop
the
him.
recap.
So is
What
Tariq
did
making
we
the same
see
mistake?
in episode 11 titled
father tried to write
Saints
one out
and
between
Sinners?
two
Now
worlds.
the episode starts out
That's what
at
fucked him
church
up.
with Pastor Zeke
One of the
giving
biggest
the
problems
word,
for
and
Ghost
of
was
course,
he was always
Jake,
stuck
Papa,
between
and
two worlds.
Bakari,
He was
they're
stuck
there
between
as
being a
well.
drug dealer and
And
being
they're
a
getting
regular
tired
civilian.
of this collection
Even
plate
though he tried to leave the
coming
drug game
by
behind.
once
Something
again.
always
You know what
found
I'm
a way
saying?
to
They're
pull him
like,
back
look,
in.
they ain't about to keep
Eventually,
giving
when he
this
left
man
the
this
game
money,
behind,
you know what I'm saying?
because of who he
Because
was,
that is exactly
he
what
could
it
still never
seems
shake
like
the
it's all
persona
about.
of Ghost.
We know in
People
part
like
one,
Rashad Tate,
when Papa was
people
having a
like Cooper
conversation
Sacks,
with
Blanco
Kenya,
Rodriguez,
he was talking about
all the
how
way to
they
Detective
have to
Don
pay for
Carter.
parking at
Tariq
this
St.
church.
Patrick.
So this dude is all about the
Son of
money, you know what I'm
James
saying?
St.
But
Patrick.
Papa's telling them they need to chill out.
No
Meanwhile,
code, no
Jake,
loyalty.
he is eyeing
You smell
the
just
first
like him.
lady. He's like, man, who
I
is
know
that?
the truth.
So he was already on it.
Now, telling
from the
Tariq he
jump.
smells just like his
now,
father
they end up getting
means that
introduced
he knows who his
to
father
the
was.
pastor and
No
the
matter what
first
his public
lady,
image was,
and
no
we
matter
already
how
know
much
the
they tried
first
to
lady.
hide
She
who
was
James
feeling
St.
Jake
Patrick
talking about
was,
she likes
some
his
people
hair
just
and all
know
that
the
stuff.
truth. And
Kenya
that's why
walked
Tommy
off.
said
She
that's
was
what
pissed
fucked him
off.
up. Ghost
seems
tried
like
to
she
live a
does not
double
have the
life, and
best
in this game,
relationship
you just
with the
can't.
first lady.
You can't have the
You know,
best
the
of both
pastor,
worlds.
he was happy
Now,
as
in
hell.
Season 3,
We
Tariq
know
did
he
say
just
to
wants to
Tasha,
recruit
his
Papa,
father's mistakes
and
were
that's
lessons
exactly
for
what
him.
he ends up doing
He
by
can
the
learn from
end
where
of
Ghost went
the
wrong,
episode.
use his
Now we
mistakes,
end up
and make
seeing
sure he doesn't
Kenya
make
have
the
a
same.
conversation
But
with
in my
Zay.
eyes,
I
the
mean,
only
he
way Tariq
pops
doesn't make the
up
same mistake
in
as
there
Ghost
lurking,
is if
right?
he actually does what
And he
Uncle
wants to
Tommy
basically
says.
go out
He
on a
picks a
date
lane
with
and
Kenya.
stays in it.
She tells
He either
him
commits to being a
she has a
gangster or he
son.
commits to being
He
a regular
says he doesn't give a
civilian,
damn.
which
You
is
know
what
I'm
I
saying?
think
He
the scene
don't
at
care.
Club Truth is all
Zay,
about.
he just
I
trying
do
to get
think
up
this
in
is a
there. He know what he's
hallucination
doing.
because the
But
color
Kenya
is all
tells
off.
him, look,
The scene
I'll
also
think
seems
about
to be
it.
very wavy.
So we already are
And we
starting
also
to
have to
see that
remember
connection
Tariq doesn't
between
actually
the
have his
two.
hands on
I
Club
told you
Truth.
guys,
So
I'm
this
just
is the
hoping that
moment
Kenya
where, in
does
my
not get
opinion,
hurt
Tariq
messing
will have
around
to
with Zay,
reinvent himself.
because we know
In
Zay,
essence,
he's
become a new
of course
version
got ties
of
with
Tariq St.
Duda,
Patrick.
and that's bad news
Now,
for
this is
anybody
also where I think
that's
it's worth
close
bringing
to
it to
him,
the
in my opinion.
synopsis.
But when
When
Papa
Brayden
saw
starts
that,
flirting
we
with
can
a
tell
new
that he had a
reckless
look of
lifestyle,
concern on his
Tariq
face.
wonders if there's
We
really
also
room for
saw
two at the
Bakari and
top.
Jake
There's also
kind of
another
looking like,
section
man,
that says
what the hell
Tariq
is
must
going on
reconcile
right
his
there?
past to
So
rise to the top
we're
of the
gonna
food
see how
chain.
this storyline
Now on
develops.
Brayden,
I want to know
again,
if Papa
I do think
will
it's
have a
very
conversation
reminiscent
with
to what we saw
Kenya
play out in Power.
about, you know, her
For Ghost to rise at the
kicking
top of
it
his
with Zay.
particular food chain,
Now,
he had to
we
leave
get
Tommy
to Keisha.
behind
She's
because
making
Tommy
Emmett
was someone who was
breakfast in
always
bed,
loyal to the
and
streets.
those pancakes,
Tommy
they was
never
looking
saw the
real
same
good,
vision
y'all.
as Ghost
Looking
did.
real good.
And as time
And we
went
know
on,
she asked
they
Emmett
really
about
started to see life
him talking
differently.
to Alicia.
They wanted different things.
Emmett is like,
and be
look,
different
I'm not
people.
trying to think about
So
that
if we're
right
saying
now.
Tariq's journey
I'm
somewhat
just trying
mirrors
to
his
chill out and
father's,
have a good
I
time
think
with
we can
you.
make a very
We know
good
he
case
gets
to
a
say
text,
eventually
and they
he may
thought
have
it
to
was
leave
from
Brayden
Duda.
behind.
I mean, it
As
was
the
looking real
synopsis
shook.
teases,
But
it
apparently
wonders
it
if
was
there's
from
room
his
for two
pops,
at the top.
Darnell.
In
We know
terms
that
of
Emmett and
reconciling with his
Darnell,
past to
and
rise
we
to the
go
top of
into,
the
you know,
food
laser
chain,
tag
I
later
think
on
there's
in
a
the
lot of demons
episode,
Tariq
so
has to
we
visit.
know he was kind of
He's done a
relieved
lot
that
of
it
bad
was
shit
not
during
Duda.
Power and Power
And we
to
know he
Ghost.
ended up
But
hooking
the
up with
quote from this
Keisha
new
once
teaser where
again,
it seems like
and
he is
had
at
a
the
great
top of the
morning.
game. It
Now,
seems like Tariq
we
has
get
managed to
to your
overcome
boy
most
Leon,
hurdles.
aka
I say
Alonzo,
most because of course
aka
with everything that we've
Rob's
just
dad,
been through with Ghost,
he pops up
this is why I'm
and he
constantly
wants to
asking
check
the
on his
question:
son to make sure
will
that
Tariq
he's
survive,
good.
or will
We
he make
heard
the same
about what
mistake as
happened,
Ghost
and
did
we can
when
tell
he
that
thought he
Rob
was
was not really
unstoppable?
feeling this. Like,
In my
really,
personal
he's gonna
opinion,
pop
I
up
still
all
feel
of a
like
sudden.
Tariq
Like,
will survive
come
come
on,
the end of
right?
season 4.
Now he tells
I
him,
just don't think they'll
you ain't
kill
gotta
Michael
call me
Wayne
Robert,
Jr.'s
just
character,
call
who's
me
still
Rob.
very young
And we can
and
also
arguably
tell
one
that
of the most
Tiffany,
popular
you know
characters.
what I'm saying? She kind of
I mean, it's crazy that we're saying that because a lot of people
talking
before
about
Ghost
he's
even aired
handsome,
were saying
and
fuck
we know
Tariq. Nobody
Rob
wants to
ended up
watch a
telling
show about
her
a guy who killed
that
Ghost.
he doesn't
But
really
here we
have
are.
the best
The writers
relationship
have managed to
with
change
his
the
pops.
perception of
And
a
he
lot
tells
of the
her
audience.
that he is a
where a lot
lawyer,
of us actually
and he
find ourselves
basically
rooting for
he's a
Tariq.
lawyer
Maybe
for
not all of
criminals,
us,
you know what I'm saying?
because there is
He
a lot of
helps
the
people
audience
get
who are still
away
fuck
with murder,
Tariq.
right?
But there
And
definitely
then
is
we
no
end up
denying
seeing
he's a very
Alonzo
popular
and Alicia
character.
have a
The
conversation.
guy who's going to draw the
And, hey,
audience in for the
he had
next spin-off
Alicia
show, in my
on her
opinion.
feet.
And
You know
that's
what
why I
I'm
don't
saying?
think they'll kill
She
him
was
off just
feeling
yet.
Alonzo.
Even
She
though
was
there seems to be
reminiscing
a lot
about
of
the old
similarities
days
to the ending
when
of
they used to
Power
hook
and Go
up.
Season
Now we
4.
know Alonzo
I
does
wouldn't
tell
even
her
be
why he
surprised
is
if they
there.
leave it
That's
open-ended.
because he's
I
helping
mean, in the final
Victor,
scene, we
and
could
we
see
can tell that
someone
Alicia
shoot
was
him,
kind of
but
upset.
they could actually
She's like,
leave the
man,
story
so
open
that's
and
why
the
you
question
here.
open.
You know what I'm saying? You're
Where
not
we're
here for
asking,
real
did he
for your
survive?
son. You
Just
here
have a
because
look
you're
at
trying
the
to work
chaos
on
they
your
pulled
case with
recently.
Victor and get
If
more
there's one thing they know
intel.
how to do,
And she was
they know
kind
how
of
to get the
upset
internet talking.
because she learned
50
that
Cent knows how
Victor
to
is
market a
being
show.
blamed for
He
Q's
knows how to
murder,
get the
which we
fans
know he did
talking.
not do.
He knows how to
It was
increase the
Duda.
engagement
Now
on
Alonzo,
social
he
media.
ain't stupid
And
because
you're
he's
not
like,
telling
look,
me
I
they're not
know
looking on at
that
so
you
many
sent,
fans still believing Ghost
Rob
is
to
still
go get
alive.
the job done.
You've got so many
which he
people
does not,
across multiple
confess
platforms
to
creating
doing, but
theories
still,
of
we
how
already
they
know
still
what time
believe
it
or
is.
hope Ghost is
He
still
already
alive.
knows who
And
Alicia
so it
is,
wouldn't
and that's something
surprise
that
me
she
if
would
they